At some point, you need to admit you've been winging life. Yeah, not because everything's completely fell apart overnight, but because you got no real structure. You got no direction. You got no standards that you consistently stick to. And you keep telling yourself that you'll sort it out soon. You'll start the training soon. You'll clean up the diet soon. You'll stop wasting so much time. You'll finally focus on what you actually want. But then another week goes by and nothing changes, and you're still sat in the exact same position, the same body, wondering why you feel behind. And the truth is, as generic as it sounds, like, no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to organize your life for you. That is on you. And I know this because I've lived both versions. Okay, I've been that bloke with no direction, just mentally all over the place, reacting to life. And I've also experienced what actually happens when you get your body, when you get your habits, when you get your environment all under control. And there's no better feeling, okay? You look better, you think clearer, you actually carry yourself differently. And for the first time, you actually feel like your life is moving somewhere. So I'm gonna break down exactly how to actually get your shit together, all right? Starting today. And the first thing you need to get honest with the state of your life. And I mean, like, properly honest, not some soft bollocks where you say, I've just been too busy, I've fell off slightly. Like, no, you've been winging it, okay? You've let things slide. You know your body could look a lot better. You know you've been wasting hours scrolling on your phone, all this doom scrolling shit. You know that you keep saying that you want more, but half the time, your actions, they're saying the complete opposite. And deep down, you already know exactly where you're taking the piss. Yeah, that is the thing. Most people, they don't need someone to tell them where they're going wrong. They already know. They already know deep down in their heart. So stop dressing it, okay? Stop making it sound nicer than it is, because you cannot sort your life out while you're still bullshitting yourself about the state of things, okay? So you need to sit down and actually look over everything properly. You need to look over your body, your habits, your work, the people around you, your circle, where your time is actually going, and actually ask yourself the question, if I carry on like this for another year, what the fuck is my life going to look like? Probably the same body, probably the same shit habits, probably the same frustration. Because if the answer literally makes you feel sick, good. Yeah, use it. Yeah, don't just sit there feeling sorry for yourself. You know, I used to play the victim, guys. You just need to actually admit, this is where I am and I'm not happy with it. And I'm done pretending, you know, it's going to fix itself, because it won't. Yeah, that's where getting your shit together actually starts. Because once you've actually admitted what needs sorting, and you don't try to fix your entire life all at once, you start today, guys. And the first thing I actually want you to do is make your fucking bed. All right, as ridiculous and basic as that sounds, that is exactly what you should do. Yeah, you should wake up and handle the first task immediately. You should actually look at your environment. Is it chaotic? Make it less chaotic, all right? Start your day off with a win. And this is one of my CC10 daily habits. You can get all 10 in the link below and start bringing these in slowly, guys. These keep me lean. These keep me sharp. These keep me operating like a fucking machine. I've noticed when I let these habits slip, when I let the basics actually start to slide, that everything in my life goes downhill. So start with a few non-negotiables, guys. Yeah, see what happens. And just start implementing every day. Make your bed, train, get your steps in, do your cardio, hit your macros, guys. Eat whole foods. Yeah, prioritize whole foods. Complete the most important task of your day. Actually move your body. All of this I'm saying, guys, is nothing crazy. It's nothing new. But you do these basic things every day, you will see a difference, okay? Stop relying on all this motivation, guys. Like, your mood can be up and down. It's that simple, guys. But the day is handled no matter what, no matter how you feel. Okay, you get all the daily non-negotiables done. You get all the daily habits done before you hit your pillow. And that is how you actually start building discipline. Not by watching other blokes, Okay, not by watching other blokes on TikTok and Instagram and all this, but by keeping the basic promises to yourself every day. Yeah, that you should have some form of structure to your day. But the thing is, you can have all the good intentions in the world, okay? But if everything is working against you, you're like making it 10 times harder than it actually needs to be, okay? Like if your room is a shithole, if your cupboards in your house are full of chocolate and crisps and all this shit, guys, and you're just glued to your phone and looking at birds shaking their asses all over the algorithm and listening to the fucking news and all this negative shit on social media, the radio, and everyone around you is absolutely doing fuck all, what do you honestly expect? So you need a proper reset, all right? First things first, you need to clean up your room. You need to get rid of the clothes, the rubbish, and the random shit that you've been stepping on for the last 3 weeks. I used to do this, guys. My room used to be a complete fucking tip, okay? And I couldn't even think properly. Your bedroom, guys, honestly, as weird as it sounds, it should be like a sacred place, yeah? It should be a sacred place where you can actually zone out and actually think for yourself. Another thing, guys, sort the food shop out, okay? Like I say, Whole Foods, guys. We don't want to be eating all this processed shit. Charge your phone outside the bedroom. Again, this comes back to keeping your bedroom environment clean, okay? Turn off all the pointless notifications. Unfollow all the accounts that, you know, makes you feel like shit, that fills your head with absolute bollocks, guys. And then, the big thing, okay? Look at the circle. This is a big one. And you need to get savage here. I'm not telling you that you need to cut everyone out all at once and become some one-man monk, some one-man army. I have tried that and it's not good for your well-being either. But if every time you're hanging around certain people who are drinking more, who are wasting time, who are complaining about their life, how shit their life is, and just lowering your standards, they're not helping you move forward. Yeah, if they're not on a similar mission to you, I'm sorry, but they have to go. Like, ask yourself the question, when you have these conversations, do you leave feeling sharper? Do you leave feeling more ambitious? Do you leave feeling actually ready to crack on? Or are you just leaving 3 pints deep talking about the same fucking shit and how many birds you shagged and all this shit that you've been talking about for the past 5 years? All right, actually build an environment where better decisions are the obvious one. Because when your room is actually clean, when your food is sorted, and all the wrong influences aren't constantly getting in your head all day and your ear and all this constant noise, you know, getting your shit together becomes a lot easier. Okay, sometimes you don't need more discipline. Sometimes you need to just remove the distractions, remove the temptations, remove the melts that are literally draining you. Okay, success is subtraction, as they say. Now, the next thing you need to actually sort out is you need to sort out your body, because you can journal, you can listen to every podcast, you can tell yourself that you're working on yourself, you're doing all this self-development shit. But if you still feel like shit, if you still look soft, if you still avoid the mirror and taking your top off, you're not going to feel properly dialed in, okay? Your body is one of the first things that you carry into every room. When you get leaner, when you actually start building muscle, when you start actually looking like you train, everything changes, yeah? You got more energy. People feel that. They feel the confidence when you walk into every room. You stop randomly going to the gym and training what you feel like it, guys, okay? You get a structured program in place. So you know what you're training each day. You track your lifts. You progress with them over time. It's pointless going in the gym right now. If you're going in the gym right now and you're doing the same inputs and you're just jumping on whatever and you're not really following a program designed for your physique, how you're expecting different results, okay? So get a proper structured program aligned with you. And this is very important as well, guys. We must clean up the diet. Like I say, guys, okay? The 100-0 rule around here. Whole Foods, 365 days of the year. No more eating like a child. No more eating like a fucking wheelie bin with all this processed shit, guys. Fuel your body like a machine. If you want to feel like a machine, fuel your body like a machine. Get your macros dialed in. Yeah, eat good quality protein sources. Healthy carbs that are actually going to fuel your training. Eat your fats, obviously, as well. Yeah, to make sure your hormones aren't complete fucking car crash. Like, you don't want to end up like a little soft little bitch, guys. Like we're men. Yeah, we want to keep our testosterone as high as possible. But build a repeatable meal system. Hit your macros, yeah? Just adjust the numbers based on what you're actually trying to do with your body right now. You don't need to be eating chicken and broccoli for every meal out of fucking Tupperware 7 times a day, although I do like my chicken and rice. It's a staple. But you need a repeatable meal system. You need sensible portions, the calories and macros required for your goal. And just hit them, okay? Not perfectly every 3 days, consistently hit them. And then obviously, you also need to follow a proper roadmap. Yeah, if you're carrying too much body fat right now. And when I say too much body fat, I generally mean like 12-13% body fat, because anything over that, you need to start stripping it off. Yeah, you need to get down to that 8 to 10% body fat range before even entering a performance phase, a bulking phase. You want the waist looking tight. You want your face looking fresh. You want the muscle that you actually built to actually show. Yeah, then you actually build without turning yourself into some fucking fridge. Okay, so start with a clean canvas. Yeah, this is exactly what I do inside my elite program. Okay, with my clients. I take them through the 4-phase physique roadmap and just get them sliced and diced with a proper system that is actually in place. And it's all just working together so you can actually see changes in your body composition for once at the fastest rate possible without all this starving yourself and spinning fucking wheels. Yeah, that way it can actually be sustainable year round as a lifestyle. Like, to me, there's no such thing as an off season. Okay, all of this, guys, like, you should be 10 to 12% body fat year round. That is the standard for every man. So build the body, lads. Okay, because getting your shit together should become visible. Yeah, you should be able to actually look in the mirror from time to time and actually think, yeah, what a machine, what a fucking stud. Okay? Now, building a sick physique, guys, it will change a lot. But there's no point in being absolutely dialed in if the rest of your life still has no direction. So the next thing you need to get clear on is, what the fuck are you actually wanting from life? Because most people say they want to get their shit together. They say, you know, they say they want to look a bit better, do a bit better. They want to be better. They want to make more money. They want to get in shape, be happier. That was another one that I used to say. I just want to be happy. But what does any of that actually fucking mean? Yeah, like, you need a target. You need to actually know where you want to be physically. You need to know the muscle mass that you want, the body fat percentage that you want, the charisma that you bring to any scenario, to any social event, what your days are looking like. What life are you trying to build? And why? And what would the next 12 months actually feel like if you had a genuine win? Okay, write it down, guys. Start journaling. And listen, I used to think journaling was gay as fuck, okay? And I pictured some bloke with a candle writing down about the fucking moon, how the moon made him feel and all this, guys. But I'm telling you now, journaling really does, like, free up your head, okay? It clears what's going on in your head onto a page. You write down what you want, what is bothering you right now. I started recording my thoughts on a daily basis, yeah, how I'm feeling in the morning. Okay, that is one thing I used to do. And I also do my identity calibration process, obviously, every morning. And this is something that I give to my clients. It's just getting very clear on who you actually want to become. Your actions, your feelings, okay? Pick your main goal for the next 90 days, for the next 3 months. Just write down why it matters. Yeah, because when everything actually stays in your head, you're just complicating your life. Okay, once you actually got it written down and you can actually read it back to you, you just feel a lot more handled. Okay, you don't need your entire life to be mapped out, but you do need to get some sort of direction. Otherwise, you're literally just winging it through life and you're just letting life fuck you up the arse. Now, once you actually get clear on where you want to go, stop expecting yourself to have the entire journey figured out, because it's not going to happen. Okay, I used to be absolutely horrendous at this. I used to be worrying about money all the time. I used to be worrying about what job I'm going to do, what career path I should do. I've done that for many years and I just escaped with it. Whether I made the right decisions in life. Okay, Was certain decisions that I made actually going to work? What happens if I fail? And all of this, guys, and I'm looking like an idiot. What happens if I lose everything and I have to start again? And I'll just be sitting there, constantly thinking about all this stuff, guys. And it's just mentally taxing. And it'd be 6 months ahead, just me trying to pitch all these imaginary scenarios where everything went wrong and all of this, guys. And I just built up in my head. And half the time, I'd just either be replaying past mistakes or I'd just be panicking about the future. Okay? And that isn't a way to live. Okay? That is where overthinking starts. And it's exhausting. And the reality is, none of it fucking matters. Okay? You're worrying about losing some money that you haven't yet lost. You're worrying about failing something that you haven't even properly started yet. And you're trying to solve all these problems that might never actually happen. So when your head starts running, throwing all these things at you, guys, bring it back to the one question, like, what can I actually control today? Not in a year's time, not in 6 months' time, but like actually today. Can you train today? Can you make that phone call? Have that conversation? Apply for that job? Learn that skill, invest in that coach. If you can, handle it. All right. You don't need to know exactly how your entire life is going to plan out, but you do need to stop sacrificing the day in front of you every day because you're terrified of what the future, what's going to happen in the future. It doesn't exist, guys. Okay. The past has already happened as well. So if you're a fucking loser right now, who's going out and getting on the packet every weekend and shagging all these 5 out of 10 girls, and living in a fucking body and a life that you hate. That was me. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can literally change today. Like, the only place you need to think about is right now, guys. What you can change in your life right now. And live in now. And stop thinking about everything that you can't change. Like, it's done. That's the way I see it, guys. I wish I could take back some things. Like, I'm not even going to go into it. I could give a fucking long list. But I don't think about it. Okay, the fastest way to actually get your shit together is just look at directly what's in front of you. And just get head on, okay? Be the man. And personally, I've completely changed how I actually look at the future, guys. Like me personally, I just get fucking excited about it, yeah? I don't need to know exactly what's going to happen, how it's all going to play out. That's the best part. I like to look at life a bit like a video game, in all honesty. A film, like where you haven't seen the next scene yet. Okay, there's new levels. There's different characters. There's different plot twists. There's different setbacks and wins and places that you haven't been yet. And, the version of myself hasn't seen that future version of me. And I don't want the entire thing spoiled for me, okay? All the twists and the turns. That's what makes life exciting. So stop going through life terrified of every decision, trying to guarantee that nothing goes wrong. Things are going to go wrong. Get over it, guys. Like, all you got to do now is zoom out when something does go wrong and adjust and just move forward again. It's that simple, guys. Like, just make the best move that you can today and just get excited about what the future holds, guys. And if you're going to actually, start to look at your life as a video game, guys, start treating yourself a bit like a character. Yeah, what responsibilities are you trying to build, guys? Yeah, I used to spend all my money on nights out and clothes and, designer clothes and just random shit, guys. And that's what most people do in the world today. Okay? And they're buying the next outfit and they think that's somehow going to make them feel like the man. But underneath all that clobber, I was the same person. I spent all my money on fucking design and all of this. I was the same person. I had the same confidence. Yeah, I was just a fucking orange guy with bright white teeth and a skinny fat body. So take my advice. Yeah, like dead serious, take my advice. If you're in your 20s and you're watching this, invest in yourself. Okay, one of the best investments that you can make is just investing in you. And one of the biggest things that changed for me was investing in a top physique coach. And I don't just mean that, guys, because obviously I'm a coach myself, but it just allowed me to actually build a better body. And for the first time, I actually had a proper clear roadmap. I actually had a predictable system in place. I knew exactly how to train with good execution. I knew exactly what to eat. My macros were dialed in. I knew exactly what to actually focus on in my daily process to actually change me as a person at the fastest rate possible. Because probably right now, you don't have a clear system in place. Yeah, and that's why your life feels like shit. That's why your life feels like shit, because you don't have that daily process, okay? And I think the biggest thing as well working with a coach was the environment change, okay? I was put in an environment where people were on the same mission. People who actually took their body seriously. They actually wanted more for themselves. People who actually encouraged me to actually raise my standards rather than make me feel like I was doing too much. All my life, people were telling me I'm obsessive. You know, you shouldn't care as much about your body, and all these mediocre fucks these days. Yeah? And that investment, that ended up affecting me more than just my body, guys, more than my physique. It gave me my confidence. It helped me realize that this is something that I wanted to do with my own life, okay, and build my own life around. And eventually, that, you know, fitness, guys, that started playing a massive part. And obviously now I've started my own coaching business and just building my elite program. Yeah, I just love it, guys. Okay, like there's nothing more fulfilling than literally waking up every day and just helping people. So guys, invest in yourself, because the right investment, it doesn't just give you fucking generic information. It can literally change your environment. It can introduce you to an actual new level of people. The law of exposure. Yeah, it's a real thing, guys. Okay, it can show you how, like what you're actually capable of, and it can completely change your life. It can change the direction, guys. You know, I wouldn't be sat here filming this video if it wasn't for that. I had zero confidence, guys. Okay, so think about it, guys. You wouldn't play a video game for the next 5 years and not upgrade, not add more attributes, not increase your skills, not expect to absolutely dominate and get to the level next level if you're just staying where you are. So start pouring your money into actually building the character and actually looking good. Okay, invest in yourself, guys. It's very important. Yeah, it's about making yourself be more capable. Build the physique, learn skills, get in the rooms, get yourself surrounded around better people who are actually playing a bigger game right now, and stop spending all this time with people who are just keeping you comfortable. Okay, like, get a bit uncomfortable for once. It's a good feeling, guys. I think every human needs to experience a little bit of discomfort in their life. If you're not comfortable, this is why you have the anxiety. This is why you have the depression. So start building yourself into someone better. Okay? And getting your shit together, it isn't one massive transformation. It's just handling the basic shit that you've been avoiding, okay? Sort your environment out, sort your body out, get clear on where you're actually going, and invest in yourself. And stop acting like you have unlimited time on this earth. Yeah, to eventually figure it out. There's going to be no right time. You don't need to change everything today, guys, but you do need to make one move at a time that proves that you're not being a fucking pussy and winging it. And then, you know, make another one tomorrow and another one next week, guys. And that is how you actually get your shit together. So I hope you took some value from this, guys. There's going to be a lot more videos coming. You can shoot me a message over on my Instagram, Charlie Crawley Fit. But let's go.